I just think what everybody did is pretty amazing, and I'm proud to be a part of this city to see the way this community came together. My biggest issue as we move forward is, of course, the rebuilding and how we as a council and can work with you to put together a plan for rebuilding this that we can eliminate the unnecessary red tape so people can move on with their lives. And will you bring forward a recommendation on things that as they come to your staff that we can deal with that?
Sure, we're already expediting to the greatest extent possible what people have to deal with who have homes that are destroyed or damaged in terms of working with the regional building department and the health department. And we can maybe another time set up a briefing on that for you. The question is going to come, what do we do for the future? And I saw your comments today in the media about that. We've asked the city attorney's office to tell us what can the city do legally with respect to existing neighborhoods in terms of fire mitigation. I think you've got a lot of control over future neighborhoods, I would hope. And by the way, Parkside, just as a matter of fact, because I know this, it was approved by the city in the early 80s as a 6-unit per acre project, or 6-unit per cul-de-sac, I think. Maybe it's still 6 units per acre. That home builder went out of business and lost that property to the lender. That property was then sold to another builder developer, and in roughly the mid-80s, the city approved increasing the density in that project up to, I think it's now 8 units, maybe 9 in some of those cul-de-sacs. Going forward, obviously, that needs to be doubly checked and considered, because now that density is quite a bit higher than what was originally planned. But we just need some time here to get our arms around what is our authority, what is the limit of our authority, where we don't have authority, how can we work, and you'll have ideas, how can we work with those other neighborhoods like we did with Cedar Heights, and we'll ask for help on how to put that together.
As the regional building commissioner for the city at RBD, they have stepped up, and as you know, and they've streamlined the permitting process. If you want to rebuild your home using existing plans, it'll go quickly. And so I think that the RBD is on board for helping with the rebuilding effort. So that's great. So it'll take days instead of months to get approvals and things.
And as a builder, and I would just add on to what Bernie said. I got to tell you, let me just state all the obvious. I'm as conflicted on this as I've ever been in anything in my life. I have a home that's affected. I'm a builder. I'm going to be rebuilding some of the homes up there. I'm already dealing with people in reconstruction of their homes. So I'm totally conflicted on this one. But I will tell you that the building department has been absolutely phenomenal to work with. I went to pull my permit for my house for the reconstruction, and I walked in and said, here's what my plan is, and it couldn't have gone faster. They go, yeah, it makes sense to us, boom, 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 approved, and I walked out. And it was about that fast. They're making plans available both to the homeowner as well as to the contractor of choice, because I've gotten several of these already in terms of getting the plans for those people that either have to do major reconstruction or want to build the same home. Now, if we're going to, I'm talking to a couple of people that want to build an entirely different home on the site. I know how to do that process. I just put the plans and pull it through. But the building department's been great. I think you know that they put that office out in Mountain Shadows. I've talked to people out there already. They're committed to working with people, and they're committed. And they're also committed to not a strict adherence. Let me just use one example. One of the things that's changed in the building codes over the last several years is what we call rise and run on the steps. In other words, the steps on a residential can only rise so much, and they have to be so much of a tread when you step on, and that's changed. And it's actually what it done. The net effect is you have to lengthen the stairway to make it all work under the current codes. Well, a lot of those homes, Parkside is a good example, were built with the old codes. And if you implemented the new rise and run, what we call in the building trade, those houses wouldn't work anymore. In other words, the stairway would go out into the front yard. And so they're granting variances that said, it was allowed with the previous house. If you want to build the same house, we're going to allow that again. So they're trying to view it with a little bit of common sense in terms of so people can get their lives going quickly and not have to do major reconstruction and major redesign of the plans.